Well, our situation before Cazbah was we had contracted with a local company, and they came out, made a presentation to develop our website. I thought they did a fairly nice job with it, but it was a static website. If we wanted to make any changes, we had to go back and submit another request for quote, get the price, make the change. If we weren't happy with it, the process started all over again. So the natural tendency was that we would not make updates to the website as often as we should, just because we didn't want to have to go through that whole process, or we're afraid to spend the extra money. That's changed with Cazbah. We know what the cost is going to be up front, one flat fee, make as many changes as we want during the month. Something doesn't come out right, we just call our account rep, tell her what we want different, and it's taken care of. So we've been a customer, I think this is going into our second or third year as a Cazbah customer. Time slips away from me. The nice thing about Cazbah is you do have an account rep that stays your rep. It's not someone that's new every year, every 6 months, and that's the case with a lot of web development companies we've experienced. They tend to be entry-level positions. They turn over, so they never really get a chance to know your business. We now have worked with the same person for the last 2 years, and she understands our needs and knows what to do when we make a request. The business has grown. I mean, sales and marketing is always a challenge, getting our name out there. We're a small player in the field, relatively speaking. We don't have an ad budget to run large ads in trade publications month after month. And prior to implementing the Cazbah solution, we went to market primarily through manufacturers' reps. And the situation with a rep is they tend to call on accounts that are large enough to pay their time, and they're selling 8 or 10 lines, and we didn't always get a lot of share, and we didn't always get in front of a lot of the smaller OEMs, and that's what the Cazbah's allowed us to do. It's allowed us to get in front of smaller OEMs who tend to place more value on the services we can provide and not strictly on the product. Yeah, our business model prior to Cazbah was pretty much to market through manufacturers' reps, and you would be on the line with 10 or 12 other products, and hopefully they were going to accounts where they could cross-sell. The reality is they typically worked with larger OEMs. You could spend a great deal of time in engineering up front, and by the time it got ready to cut the purchase order, the buyer may already have his preferred source, or he shops out to 10 of your competitors and goes with the lowest cost. And so you didn't have a real good return on your investment there. What Cazbah's allowed us to do is reach out to the smaller OEMs, people that may not get the mind share of an independent rep because they're not going to buy enough product to be worth his time out, maybe driving 1, 2, 3 hours to their location and back. That gives us a chance to develop more of a relationship with our customers and take it away from that commodity and get it to more of a service, and the Transformer is the end result, but it's not the whole package the way it is with a lot of larger OEMs. Well, yeah, our website does provide some market research, because not only do we get just from our inquiry form, we get inquiries what people are looking for, but we get a lot of small OEMs. As I've said before, sometimes individuals will come to the website or call us looking for a product or talking about a product they already have that isn't meeting their needs in some way. And then we can take that, and when we start hearing similar responses from multiple inputs, then we can kind of craft a solution and try to put that out there and make people aware of it through the website. We do. We'll give you one case, an example of how we were able to differentiate our product, and a product we probably wouldn't have developed were it not for Cazbah and our website and the input we got there. We developed an LED power supply several years back, and it was primarily for one customer, one small market segment. And it did okay, typical of what an OEM product would do. However, when that customer's sales didn't develop the way that we thought they were going to, we thought, well, can we go out and market this to some other customers? And in fact, we found there was a large market for that, and for related products. And from that one single product, we're now developing a family of products. We're developing some dimmers to go along with the power supplies. So it's given us a whole new dynamic, a whole different way to look at the market that's out there and to develop products. We are getting emails and phone calls. I'd say we probably average 5 or 6 emails from new accounts or potential new accounts daily. Before that would have been maybe 1 or 2 a week, so that's up. We're learning We're learning to modify the way our website's put together with working with our account representative. We're learning to change the keywords that we use to target audiences differently based on the results we're getting or not getting. As we do that, we can see that we're starting to cultivate inquiries, be they by the web or by the phone, that we wouldn't have gotten before or just wouldn't have known about. When we get an inquiry from the web, or really it's typically in general, but we would say that on average probably 1 in 3 calls will result in a quote, and probably 1 or 2 quotes will result in a sale. It's actually probably a little higher than that for our web inquiries, because the thing that's different there is when people find us, they already have an interest in our product, they know what they're looking for, and so I'd say we have although we haven't done as good a job quantifying it, we definitely have a higher conversion rate from our web inquiries than we do from inquiries coming in through our sales reps and that type of thing. I mean, one of the great advantages of that Cazbah has given us is it pre-qualifies the leads. When someone calls us, we know they're actually interested in our product. Occasionally you'll find someone that's just collecting information, but by and large they're pre-qualified, they're interested, they didn't simply hand out a drawing to get the salesman to leave them alone, and you've got no chance of getting the business. They've got a real problem, they're looking for a solution, and if you can help them, there's a very good chance you're going to convert that sale. In terms of return on investment, I think Cazbah has been the single best investment we've made in terms of advertising. For about what you will pay on a month for Cazbah, you could run maybe 1 trade ad publication. You might get, if you're lucky, 1 or 2 hits off of that. With Cazbah, you're going to get many more hits than you would from a single trade representation. That's going to build over time. It's just going to increase, and it becomes a very integral part of our marketing. It develops leads for our outside salesmen that we still use. It gives us ideas. If we do want to run in trade publications, gives us the opportunity to run a smaller ad and point them back to the website for additional information. It's definitely been our best marketing investment. I wouldn't hesitate to recommend Cazbah to anyone that's looking for a web solution. I mean, they have a unique product. I think the way they go to market with the basically a monthly package, you know what your cost is going to be up front. You're free to make as many changes as you need. You have an account rep that's going to be consistent. They're going to be with you, so they begin to learn and understand your business. It's a big time saver, not having to bring someone new up to speed every couple of months. Absolutely, I would highly recommend the Cazbah service.